Hi, SmokeySteveAndMarc from Atlanta, Georgia.
What? You come say hi.
Right?
You come say hi with your eyes. You say hi, SmokeySteveAndMarc. You say hi. Yeah. You say hi with your eyes. Very good.
Hi everybody, I'm Mark and welcome to Mondays with Mark. We're on SmokeySteveAndMarc, your favorite YouTube channel, right? Right? Yes, we are. Is it nice to see you? Oh my gosh, I hope everybody's doing okay. We have a fun episode for you tonight, we really do. I have a nice project to show you, a little crafting project, actually a viewer request, a few viewers request actually. But we'll get to that later because I thought first we could have maybe some real talk if that's okay with you. But first, gosh, thank you so much to our viewer greeting today. Wasn't it cute? That was sent in by, let's see, that was Jessica and her son and her kitty and her daughter Maddie. Thank you so much for sending that in. And that's just one of our, just a little way to spread a little sunshine, maybe like get a chance to know each other. So if you'd like to take part in our viewer video challenge, send us a little clip just saying hello and how you're doing and greetings from afar kind of a thing, you know, and we will add it to our daily videos, okay? I think it's really important, especially now in light of everything that's going on, to try to stay connected as much as possible, you know, and I've been really loving these videos, you know, which kind of brings me to what I wanted to talk to you about a little bit today. You know, it's no secret that we are in, well, an uncertain time right now. You know, things are scary. We're all adjusting to a new way of life, you know, and it's very difficult, a struggle to kind of keep our heads on straight and trying to fight loneliness and isolation and anxiety and depression and that scattered crazy feeling when the kids have work to do and the dishes need done and the hubby's out in the garage and you're all together and you can't leave because we're all social distancing. And I know it's a struggle and it's difficult. And one of the things that, you know, I try to do here on the channel, I don't like to speak for Steven, but I'm sure he'll be fine with this, you know, but one of the things that we try to do on this channel, and I especially try to do, is, you know, we try to promote positivity no matter what. And I, in particular, try to remain upbeat and happy and positive most of the time, you know. But, you know, like everyone else, I'm human and I have bad days too. And, you know, it's no secret, you know, you only get to see a glimpse into our daily life, you know, like, I mean, what, 20 minutes, a half hour, you know? And like I said, I try to be happy. I try to be positive all the time and everything, but, you know, I have my bad days too. And I struggle probably with the same things you do. And I'm sure that one of you or many of you may relate to what I'm saying here. And even though I try to be positive and I try to be upbeat and everything and try to bring that out to you, I do have bad days too. You know, this week was a struggle, you know, well, I should say last week, this is Monday, you know, right? But, you know, and I don't talk a lot about my physical problems. I try to keep that away from the channel, but a lot of people have been asking about it, you know, and everything. And, you know, I had a few bad days last week where it was difficult to get out of bed. It was difficult to get through the day. If you have just joined us or are not aware of what I deal with physically, I have rheumatoid arthritis and osteoarthritis. And I deal with depression and anxiety as well. And I've shared briefly about that on the channel. I may have done, I don't know, a handful of videos about it. But I'm human like everyone else. And I am struggling also with the mental aspect of all of this. With these silent diseases like RA or lupus or any type of disease like that, there's a mental component that goes along with that as well. And that can be anxiety, that can be depression, that can be pretty much any type of psychological issue, you know. But mainly for me, it's been depression. And along with that, the physical parts, you know, the pain and the joints and all that, is fatigue. And fatigue has been a huge struggle lately. And, you know, fatigue is not, it's very different than being tired. I don't know how to explain the difference. I really don't, but it feels completely different, you know. So, I wanted to share these things with the hopes that you might relate and hopefully realize if you're feeling like you're alone dealing with any of these issues, you're not. You know, a lot of people are dealing with these issues, especially now in the state of things right now, you know. The only thing that I've been doing is I've been trying to practice what I preach, and that is to stay positive. And in order to stay positive, you know, mindfulness has really has come to the forefront for me. I try to stay present. You know, recently it's been even very, very difficult for me to sit down. You know, in the evening, Stephen and I, we have a time where we put all social media away, we put everything down, and we sit and we have our little snack, our popcorn, and we watch a show. You know, it's our time. The world gets locked out. I've been recently even having trouble focusing on that and enjoying that moment in my day that I look forward to every day, you know. So the struggle is real, and the struggle is real for a lot of us, but I've been trying to stay present, and, you know, sometimes it comes down to the basics, you know. I mean, what does the room smell like? Look at the color outside of the sun. You know, what am I hearing? You know, I have to bring myself back to the present, you know, and realize that I'm not in this alone. I'm not. And neither are you. And neither are any of us. In dealing with the situation that's happening right now with the coronavirus and our pandemic and everything that's happening, you know, it's especially important to remember that we're not alone. We're all going through this together, and we will get through this. I know those words are a lot easier, you know, spoken than felt, you know, but I did want to share with you my struggles and the things that I've been going through, just so you know you're not alone and that there is hope. You know what I mean? So in our quest to keep promoting positivity, I am continuing to practice what I preach, and I'm going to try to stay positive the best I can. I'm going to try to stay present the best that I can and realize that I'm not alone, and all I have to do is pick up the phone. All I have to do is make a video, right? The comments have been so supportive, you know, and I am grateful for that every single day. Stephen and I are both grateful for that every day. We're going to be here with you throughout this whole thing. We're not going anywhere. Oh, lucky you. You get to see us every night through this whole thing, right? No, but we are. And we get a lot of comments saying how grateful that you are that we are continuing to make videos throughout this whole thing. But it goes both ways. We are also extremely grateful that you guys are all there. And with the interaction through the comments and Facebook and all that, it's really helping with the isolated feeling. You know, you can live with an entire family of people and still feel lonely and still feel isolated, you know, and sometimes you just need that person who's completely on the outside to kind of click with you or relate with you, you know, and I hope that we can provide that for you. So anyway, I just wanted to touch base with you, so to speak, and let you know that we're all in this together, and to thank you as well. Okay, so let's get on to what we're going to talk about tonight. So I want to say thank you so much for the comments on the video last night. Yes, the bread turned out fantastic. That chocolate almond bread was phenomenal. I can't believe that I didn't slice it and show you in the video last night. But it was still hot when we were filming. But it turned out, I should have done it now and showed you. But anyway, I'm posting on Facebook the pictures of all the bread sliced and everything, and the recipe too. So instead of responding to every person who wanted the recipe like written down, I will put it over on Facebook so you can check it out, okay? And the picture looks good too. The swirl's real nice. It's delicious. It's very, very good and super easy to make. So thank you for that too. So anyway, what we're going to talk about tonight, this project, we're gonna get messy today, okay? So this project tonight was actually a viewer request, and it actually was a few viewers' requests. They asked me if I could do some type of maybe activity or craft or something like that that would be good for the kiddos. So I'm assuming that like a lot of people have their kids at home and they're struggling to find things to keep them engaged and keep them entertained and everything, right? This project is so fun, and you'll see what I'm doing. It's great for an adult, and it's great for the kiddos too, okay? And what I did was I tied it together with a contest, a national contest that Michael's is running right now, and the contest runs through April 6th, and that gives you a little over a week that you can come up with your own project and enter the contest too. So we're going to put the link down in the description of this video so that you can enter this contest too if you'd like to. And we're also going to put a timestamp when I start the project, so you don't have to sit there and listen to me ramble on all at the beginning there, okay? So we'll have a timestamp for the project, and I'm going to put the link for the contest. And the contest that Michael's is running right now, and it's a nationwide contest, and it is a crafting contest, and it deals with Peeps. The only requirement to enter this contest is that you have to come up with some type of project using Peeps. So appropriate. Easter's, what, a couple weeks away? And the project that I'm going to make for you and that I'm going to enter, you can tailor to suit your needs. You can make it as fancy or as messy, is that the right word, as you want, okay? So let's get started, okay? I'm not going to give it away and show you the end project. I always do that, and I feel like it's like so like anticlimactic when I show you it if I show it to you at the beginning, you know what I mean? All right, so when I do projects here on Mondays with Marc, I try to keep them fairly simple, family-oriented, and fairly inexpensive as well, family, oriented too. I mean, pretty easy to do. An adult can do it, a child can do it, whatever. Inexpensive. You can get all of these things that you need to make this project. You can get them over at the dollar store or at Michael's, or Hobby. I guess I should just stick with Michael's, right, since this is a Michael's contest. You can get all of these supplies over at your neighborhood Michael's. You can get this at the dollar store too. So for this project, we'll need some type of canvas, and I found these at the dollar store, and they're stretched canvas on wood for $1. That's a fantastic price. But stretched canvas is fairly inexpensive if you go to Michael's or a craft store or Walmart too. They have all sizes, all shapes and everything. I got an 8x10, and I got a couple of these 6x8s too. Alright, so if you don't want to get a canvas, you can get yourself just a plain white piece of paper or some craft paper, cardstock, whatever. You just need something to paint on, okay? So for what we're going to do, we're going to use an 8x10 stretched canvas, and I'll show you here. I was surprised they had these at the dollar store. They're not bad quality. They're really not. I mean, they're not professional quality, of course, but they're not bad. So it looks like that, and that's the back, all right? So in addition to that, you'll need some acrylic paints. Last week we used these. These are the acrylic paints that I use. They're Apple Barrel brand. And I get these at Walmart. These are 50 cents. And the big ones are like $2. And they're fantastic paints. I love them. But again, you can get them at any craft store too. And they range in price from pennies to like $20, $30. So, you know, whichever type you want. This is a great mid-range acrylic paint. I also found these tubes of acrylic paint at the dollar store. Fantastic deal too. They're not bad. They work pretty good too, especially for a project like this. You'll also need a package of Peeps. I got the bunnies, but you can use any kind you want. You can find them anywhere now, right? It's good. You'll need some glue. Let's see. I got tacky glue. Any type of glue will work. I guess, let's see. We'll get to it when we get to it because that's about it. That's all you need. A frame. If you want to pop this into a frame, get a frame that fits your canvas. And then you'll also need a palette. And I think scrap cardboard makes a fantastic palette. So, for those of you who want to know what a palette is or may not know, it's just a board or something that you're going to squeeze your paints onto, okay? And you can mix the colors real easily. So what we're going to do is I'm going to pick some colors out. We're going to use a primary color. Let's use yellow. We're going to use yellow, blue. Oh, here, you know what? I figured something out here, so hopefully you can see it a little better. I have a box here that I cut to fit on my table. Ah, nice. Now you can see it. Look at, see, always thinking, right? Okay. So let's start with the palette. So you're gonna put your board or your palette, whatever you're using, down. And let's see. For this project, I'm gonna use yellow, green, and blue. And we're just gonna put some down like that, and like that, and like that. Okay, this is so simple. And it really does look nice. All right, so now we have our palette that we can work with. Okay, so as we go on, we can mix the colors, blend them, do whatever we want with them. All right, I'm going to start with just these colors, and what we're going to do is we're going to take our Peeps like this, and a little tip, if you want to, this is optional. I separated my Peeps and I put them in the oven with just the oven light on, and I let them sit overnight, and they got hard, okay, because we're going to use them at the end, and we're also going to use them as a stamper, okay? So I'm going to get the ones out that I used yesterday that are a little messy already, okay? So let's move this to the side, and well, I want to show you both. Yeah, let's set that up there. All right. So all we're going to do at the begin, I'm just going to show you how I did it. You can do it any way you want. All right. So we're just going to take our Peep, cover it with paint. All right. And the fun part about this is as you start stamping, you can put as much paint or as little paint as you want on it. So let's see if you can see that. I'm just going to go like, bam. Lift it straight up so you get some texture on it, and it leaves a mark like that. All right? So I'm going for kind of a, I don't know, a pop art, I don't know, Andy Warhol-ish kind of looking picture. So we'll do that. Then I'm going to grab a different Peep for a different color. Let's see, we'll use yellow next. All right. So I got yellow on the bottom of that. I'm just going to keep stamping and stamping. And I'm doing all different thicknesses of paint for the first ones here. And I'm going off the side a little bit. Yeah, you can see it. Okay, good. Glad you can see it. I got 3 Peeps that I dried out to use for the painting part of it. And then I have 3 more that I use to attach later. And I'll show you that later. Let's just stamp and stamp. Now, the fun part, so you can see, let's see, let me show you where we're at. So there you go. I'm going, yeah, pretty cool. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, for example, the blue one, and I'm going to dip it in, let's say, the green one. So I'm going to have half green, half blue. This is where the fun creative part comes in. And this is when the kiddos are going to love it because they can mix the colors. There we go. It's so fun. Okay, and then let's see, I have yellow. Let's do yellow and green. And then you'll see that the paints start mixing too on your palette, and you get all different kinds of paint. It's so cool. And it's so fun. I think it's really interesting to look at the colors when they start to get mixed like that. So you just continue on and on until you have your whole... Ooh, that's really cool looking. Okay. Put one there. And there's no wrong way to do this. That's why I like this too. You can do this any way you want. We'll have some green ears on that one. Put you right there. And you just want to cover the entire canvas. Ooh, there's yellow and blue together. And don't forget the edges. All right, let's go with, let's see, let's mix that one with that one and that one. Oh, I'm triple dipping. Triple dipping. And I lift it straight up. And the reason why I do that is so that you'll get texture in the paint once it dries. It looks super cool. All right, so we have a couple more to go. One. Yes, we are stamping with Peeps. Oh my gosh. Can't believe my life has come to this. I'm stamping with Peeps. Get the edges. Oh, here we need some ears right there. Okay, well, anyway, you get the idea. So, well, I have to show you the palette, you know. So anyway, so you have something like this, all right? Now, you can do any design you want. You can do them all very even and neat if you want. Like Andy Warhol, like all in a row, but like all red, all blue, all green, whatever. You know, you can do anything you want. So, once you're happy with your design and what you have done, we're going to set it aside and let it dry. If you want it to dry faster, just put it in front of a fan. But these acrylic paints dry fairly quickly. But you want to make sure that it is dried completely. So the next thing I did was I took the other dried Peeps that I had, okay, and to add a little, I don't know, excitement, a little depth, a little something something to the picture, I'm going to glue these onto it. Regular tacky glue will work, permanent glue will work, really any type of glue will work for this, especially if you're going to add it to wet paint. You could add these Peeps while the paint is wet, but I'd still add some glue to it. When I made it yesterday, I let it dry completely and then glued the Peeps on. And let's see, let's do it different. I'm going to put one here. Can you see it? Okay, can. I'm kind of digging this, like you can see what I'm doing. Usually I have to do it and show you, you know. All right. Let's put one right there because I have some space. All right. So now we have our Peeps glued to it like that. Adds a little something something to the picture, right? So set it aside. Let the glue dry. So now fast forward. Your paint is dry. Your glue has dried. Everything's great. We are going to give it a little coat of gloss. We're going to take it outside and we're going to give it a coat of clear gloss like this. This is clear acrylic. There's all different types of products out there. There's even types that you can use a brush. You know, I prefer the spray, but you do have to take it outside because it does not smell that good at all. All right. So after you're done with that and it's all dried, you have a finished product like this. Can you see the... Oh, yes, you can. It's nice and shiny, and you can see the Peeps on there like that. I think it looks pretty cool. I think it looks like kind of like pop art, really. So let me set this aside here, and let me get this down. Okay, so the last thing I did was I found a frame that I had in my stockpile, and it was old and ugly. I think I got it at a thrift store. So I just whitewashed it. And whitewashing, all that is I took some white acrylic paint, I added a little bit of water to it to thin it out, took a paintbrush and just brushed it on, like, you know, just brushed it on so you get a finish that's like that. It has a brushed, they call it, it has a brushed look to it. I think it looks real nice. So now, all we're going to do is pop our picture into the frame. And there you go. It really takes it to another level. I think it looks really, really nice. So anyway, this is what I'm entering into the Michaels contest. So we'll see where that goes. But anyway, I love this project because it's so versatile and you can make it any way you want to make it, okay? And you use Peeps, and that's the only requirement for the contest, right? So there's that. Now, especially for the kiddos, this is so much fun. So grab yourself some cardstock. Like this, all right? Any kind of cardstock will do. Fold it in half, and get 8.5 by 11 cardstock, because I'll tell you why in a second, all right? So if you fold that in half, all right, do the same thing that we did for the picture. Give your kids a peep and some paint. Let them go to town. Get yourself some standard card envelopes like this, and the kids have their own homemade Easter cards to give out this Easter. I think this is a fabulous idea to keep your kids busy, and they have something that they can give to their parents, their friends, their grandparents. I think it's a fantastic idea. I love this one too. So anyway, greeting cards. We have new artwork for the wall. I'm super duper happy. You can get these envelopes anywhere. Office Supply Store, Walmart has packages of these. They're $1.77. They're standard card envelopes, and they fit an 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock folded in half perfectly. So there you go. To finish the look, give yourself a little stamp on the outside of the envelope. And now it all matches. So that's our project for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll post it on Facebook too. And, you know, maybe you guys can do it too. Remember, if you do it, or if your kids do it, or if anybody does, enter the contest. We'll put the link in the description. The grand prize is a $1,000 Michaels gift card, and they have 5 or 10 other runners-up prizes that are $500 gift cards. There's a lot of prizes to win in this. And you can come up with your own project too. All you have to do is use Peeps to enter it. All the years I've been doing crafting, I have never entered a crafting contest. I don't know why. I don't know why. So I'm going to start with this one. And by the way, at the dollar store, do you like my little, look, I should have kept that over here. At the dollar store, all of their gardening stuff is in. And they have these are little things that you put under potted plants. And they have wheels on the bottom for $1. It makes a fabulous Lazy Susan. And this is all my paints in this. Just wanted to give you a little tip. They have these right now. They're really cool. For $1. Oh, makes my life so much more organized. Anyway, that is Mondays with Mark for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode today. And please, please, please like, subscribe, and comment. Check us out over on Facebook at SmokeySteveAndMarc. We're also on Instagram, SmokeySteveAndMarc. All of our contact information is listed below. Our address, our email, all that's listed below. Reach out. Say howdy. Remember our viewer video challenge. Get your videos in. We'll post them at the beginning of our daily videos. And I think that's it. I think I covered everything. Did I? Yes, I did. So remember, everybody, stay safe, stay well, but above all else, stay positive, okay? Mwah. We'll see you next time. Ciao. Okay, that's done. I guess I gotta turn the camera off.